Is it just me? I see chaos. Anybody else out there in chat land? Fuck it, let's go. Alright, how about now? Now you hear me? Let me hear it out there in the chat if you can hear me. Yes? Okay, I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs, man. I have to, every time I think I got this under control. Let me just start it over since nobody heard a damn word I said. Welcome to the break room. Well, no matter who you are, what reality you're from, we're here to deliver a fourth wall break to help you escape your daily grind. And we're showing up tonight. Gonna talk some what if, popular or not, because I am seeing some mixed reviews out there. Some people loving this episode. Some people just not liking this or this whole series together. You know what? That's cool. Different strokes for different folks. I can get with it either way. But I enjoy it. And what else are we going to do? Let's talk about this, right? So, let me just begin by talking about what I did wrong last week. All right? And, I mean, well, here we go. Let's take a look at it. I think we're going to base this off of, not exactly, but somewhat off of Ultron vs. Zombies. And think about it, guys. It makes sense because we already know we're getting an Ultron episode. And I feel as if it's lining up in a way where we have more potential stories than episodes left at this point. 5 episodes left, including this one, and we still have to cover Ultron, Zombies, Sorcerer Spider-Man, Party Thor, Scott Lang's head, overpowered Wanda, it looks like anyway, Killmonger, saving Tony, Thanos-level Gamora, and an alternate Avenger team-up with most of these new heroes that we've seen so far. And don't forget, Chadwick Boseman is set to make several more appearances. I believe at least 3 in this series. Yeah, so a little bit good, a little bit bad there, right? I totally whiffed on what this episode's going to be. And, yeah, exactly, Chaos. You know what? It's like, what do these people want from me, right? Are we, Marvel, are we ever going to get it together and just actually start promoting this sooner than, like, the day of? Like, for real, I thought I was being smart this week. I waited just till Monday, like, until I knew they put out some kind of promotion just to put out a video about this. And plus, it just happened to be easier that way because it was Labor Day. But they took that as, all right, we're going to wait till Tuesday, and then we'll pop something out as far as a little commercial. So, yeah, they did that, and as soon as that came out on Twitter, I was like, oh, I fucked up again. But what's going on here is, yeah, we didn't get my Ultron take. Would have been cool. Would have been a really cool storyline. Probably would have drew some more people in, to be honest with you. But we knocked out some possibilities for we knocked out some possibilities for what could happen in the next episodes coming up. You need some help, you fucking guy. All right, but so let's recap this episode, shall we? What we got, and spoiler alert, if you ain't seen this What If episode and you don't want to get ruined for you, yeah, I see you, CT Rebel. I gotta figure out which one of you it is tomorrow. Yeah, if you haven't seen this episode yet, then get the hell out of here now if you don't want to spoil it. All right, because we're about to dig in. So we start this episode off, and we learned in the promo that this was gonna be Bruce Banner getting flung back through that bridge by Heimdall to warn the Avengers about Thanos, and he's gonna find Zombieland, USA, right? So that delivered. The cool thing was just kind of getting back to like that nostalgia from Infinity War when it's originally Wong, Doctor Strange, the Hulk still, and Iron Man, and they meet up with Thanos' boys and they cannot compete, right? And then this time it's just Bruce Banner, and he's like, "Oh yeah, get him!" Whoa, that's a little too far. That was amazing. But what he ends up seeing is he sees some zombie Avengers taking down Thanos' goons in the form of zombie Doctor Strange, zombie Iron Man, and zombie Wong, right? And they literally tear shit up. That was amazing. Not gonna lie, Chaos. I loved it. And I'm keeping your comment here up as a badge of honor because it's the only thing making me feel good about how bad my prediction was. But, so, after that battle is like kind of concluded, once he realizes something's up, we kind of learn that, or we start to learn anyway, that the main squad here, good guys that's left, is going to be Spider-Man, Happy Hogan, Kurt from Ant-Man, which, I'm not going to lie, I was thinking about it all day till I did a rewatch. It's like, how is this dude in New York City and not in San Francisco? But then it's like, oh yeah, okay, Hope's there with him, so she brought him back, right? So we got Hope as well, Bucky, Okoye, Sharon Carter, and of course Banner, right? And before we really start digging into the story, what they're going to do is they're going to give us a little explanation in the form of a flashback, and we're going to find out that Hank Pym is fucking shit up in What Ifsville again, right? He goes back to save his wife after finding her in the quantum realm, only to find out she's got some quantum realm zombiness going on. He catches it, brings it back, and just destroys the whole Pacific Northwest. Then we kind of come back into reality slightly. They show us how the Avengers originally, the first responders, come back to this. I see you, Felicity. Yeah. We see what Avengers were the first responders to this, and honestly, they kind of fucked this part up, right? Like the first responders to the zombie apocalypse basically are Iron Man and Captain America, but we're following a similar storyline. Like Captain America is still supposed to be Nomad, right? Like he's not even on speaking terms with Tony. And then what's Black Panther doing there? He's not down like that with the Avengers yet. He's actually helping Captain America hide Bucky. So, I mean, that threw me off a little bit, but it is what it is. It's a What If episode. It's a animated. They're calling it canon, but I'm yet to see anything that they're going to use. besides maybe Doctor Strange. And my bad for not doing a breakdown on that Doctor Strange episode, by the way. I just, I don't know, man. I wasn't feeling it. It was the week of Labor Day, so I did my own thing that week. All right, so like I said, that was kind of weird how they veered off with that first response team. Right. Then we get back into the story. They get a beacon, or basically a signal from somebody in Camp Lehigh, where it all started for the first Avenger, right? That's where Captain America Steve Rogers trained before he was Captain America. And in that facility, somebody has a lead, at least the beginnings of a cure. Right? They don't know who at this point yet. All they know is they got to get there and see if that's going to amount to something. I see Felicity, CT Rebel. Wish the animation was better. They didn't know if they wanted the comic book style. Yeah, I see that. I mean, the animation doesn't really bother me. I knew we were getting into an animated show to begin with, so it is what it is. Hank's really loose cannon. Yeah, they're burying Hank's reputation in this series. Hopefully they give him some kind of redemption song. Right? Now, they're on their way to New Jersey, Camp Lehigh, right? So they're basically meeting in Grand Central Station, and here they're going to have a couple run-ins, a couple bad ones. Bucky's going to run into the Falcon zombie. Not really, no love lost there. They take him out, not really much of an issue. But Happy's going to get devoured by Hawkeye and some zombie goons. Happy Hogan actually running around with an Iron Man glove. That was pretty cool. Until he got eaten and Sharon Carter just took it from him. Right? So we lose Happy here. Casualty number 1 to the squad. They do get on the train. They start taking off. We get another struggle, right? Sharon gets eaten by Captain America Steve Rogers. Bucky lights him up, takes that shield. I actually kind of thought that was cool. Even though they threw out that line from movies like they've been doing. Chaos happy about the Falcon getting sliced. So he gets a shield. I was happy with that. I like seeing Bucky take that. And I mean, can we just take a moment just to say like damn, Bucky's hair. Everybody's giving Thor all his due with how he's looking all good in these episodes, but like Bucky's looking like an animated man crush in this. Not gonna lie. All right. Now, so they get on the train. They lose Sharon because of Cap. Right. Bucky still takes him out. At some point in this, Hope jumps in the fight. As they basically like secure the train from zombies getting in, and Hope gets bit. So we know she's about to be out. They finally get to Camp Lehigh, and here's where it gets crazier again, right? So Hope, knowing she's bit and she's going to turn zombie, ends up sacrificing herself as basically giant wasp, right? Somehow she just picked up on what Scott Lang was putting down and the giantness, and she just helps them kind of like lift all her buddies over all that zombie horde. They get into the compound there. Oh, actually, and I almost forgot one of the most important things that happened on that train too. Peter Parker gives a speech on optimism that, I mean, should be applauded for a man his age. But within that, I don't really care about what he was saying except for one thing. And apparently Twitter cared a lot about what he was saying too. This is the first MCU reference that Peter Parker makes to Uncle Ben. Like, finally, about damn time. That character, Uncle Ben, kind of means a lot to him. You know, what up, Vito? I see you. Good morning. Vito's getting ready for work. Yeah, man. So, yeah. Parker laying that line on us. That had people talking. I like to see it. It was good stuff. And I hope we see some more of it. They actually start honoring that. You know, if I don't hear with great power comes great responsibility once in this next Spider-Man movie, well, I'm not going to be that mad, but I still want it. You know what I'm saying? All right, just give me that line. All right, it's not Spider-Man without that line. Yeah, that is Peter in the comics. This episode of What If felt way more like Peter Parker than, I don't know, in a while. Just probably because he talked about Uncle Ben, but he was actually like, I don't know. I thought it was hilarious too. I skipped over that, but he does a little how-to video on how to beat zombies and how to stay alive. That was cool. And as you can see, I used a little bit of it with my thumbnail, so it's kind of a shame for me to not talk about it. But from there, we end up going to find out that Vision is the one at Camp Lehigh. He's chilling there, putting together the pieces to put a cure together, get that going, and he learns of it just because the Mind Stone is actually keeping zombies away. It puts off a sub-frequency, apparently, that they don't like. So he realizes that this could work on a wide scale, except he doesn't have the technology to actually get it done, which, I don't know, was Vision really a mechanic or anything, or that scientific? He was a little bit here. Now, with that, we get Scott Lang's head randomly, because Vision cured him, which I don't know how he did, because he got torn the hell up when we're looking at him in the flashbacks, but it is what it is, right? Also, we get, after they realize what Vision can potentially do with the Mind Stone and curing somebody, they're all excited, and Bucky goes to run off just to, I don't even remember what the hell he was doing, secure a perimeter or find some supplies, and he stumbles upon T'Challa chilling there with one leg missing, right? And apparently Vision is just really luring people back there with that beacon to feed Wanda, because Wanda hungry. And I got some arguments about this today, about like, all right, like Vision's the ultimate like guy you want. And, you know, I hear that, ladies. But I'm sorry, and this goes for my wife, too. If you think that when you start eating somebody, that's not grounds for, it, at minimum, divorce, I'm sorry. I'm not backing up a zombie. I'm not feeding you anyone. Like, you're getting 2 in the head and making sure you're dead. It's just got to happen, all right? For humanity, it's going to take place. I just lost a viewer after that. Probably Felicity. She's like, God damn you. But, oh, man. Like, whatever. That's where I stand on zombie loving, okay? I ain't hanging in there with you trying to eat my flesh. I'm not into that. That's not my thing. All right? Sorry. So we find out that Vision's really, his whole thing is he's just been keeping Wanda going, right? And in the meantime, all right, thank you, Felicity. These, I got to put this up here, too, because these are rare ones. These are rare ones right here, ladies and gentlemen. We don't get these a lot. So, all right. So, we get that, right? We find out what Vision's really been doing. And in the midst of them figuring this out in this episode, also Vision's like, you've awoken her. She's hungry. It's like, oh, shit. And this is the part of the episode. This is the part where it really pissed me off. All right? I mean, I'll give you my rankings and stuff, all that when we're done. But this is where they pissed me off. So they bust out with that zombie Wanda, and I was a little afraid of this when we first start hearing her name. And my overpowered Wanda is zombie Wanda. Like, they wasted that shit, that Vision that I saw in the trailers, on a goddamn one-off zombie Wanda, right? Like, what is this? I saw that in the trailer, and from the first moment, I thought, like, oh, damn, are they going to actually connect this somehow to what's going on in the overall, like, MC universe? You know, are we going to get, like Wanda breaking shit in What If? That would be amazing. Because the way they framed those images, it just looked like, she looked like super overpowered. She wasn't, yeah, Chaos, I agree. Like, she wasn't overpowered in this episode. It's just the optics on that, when I'm looking at the trailers and I'm digging through and I'm looking for what's coming up next, she looked OP as fuck, just like hovering up there, you know? But I'm pissed because we ain't getting that carryover. Like, the zombie thing ain't happened. This is a one-off episode, and we'll get into that a little bit more. All right, so, because I did notice some more things upon this rewatch. So, Vision ends up just randomly takes a turn after, like, feeding people to Wanda this whole time. He's like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I will get you guys out of there. And he helps them escape. And then he says he needs to atone. And he just rips the Mind Stone out of his head. Like, bitch, if you're going to atone, like, help them, like, kill Wanda. Like, do the damn thing. What do you... I don't know. Anyway, I found a little sketch too that he rips that out of his head and they could just pick up a piece of his metal and it's still not like that infinity stone. That is an infinity stone. It did not look like strong enough in that little piece of like Vision forehead that it was hanging on to for dear life. Didn't look that tough. Not gonna lie. Like it looked like something Peter Quill wouldn't need like 4 other people helping him hold. That's all I'm gonna say there. Right? And then we're getting critical now. See, this is what I'm saying. This is where I start getting mad. All right? Goddamn Wanda. But anyway, fight ensues, right? Like, Bucky sacrificed himself to get them onto the tube. Bucky was my boy in this episode. Like, I was like, I'm actually, funny thing is, I saw this episode and I kind of subconsciously threw on some Winter Soldier dress socks, wore them to work today. Straight up. I could show you, but I don't know if I could lift my leg that high. Shit might get weird. I might get weird anyway later and show you guys, but whatever. All right. So, yeah, so we get him sacrificing himself. We get Bruce Banner just sat. I don't know. It doesn't really show him die. Hulk just says, fuck it. I'll buy you guys some time. I don't see Hulk getting beaten by zombies. Maybe tired of anything. But he probably just runs out of there after beating them enough. You know, he gives him time to escape. And he probably just hops his ass all the way to Wakanda. So, yeah, Bucky could be. We don't see him actually die, too. It's true that, Chaos. I hope not. Bucky's my boy. But it's over. The zombies are done. So, what we get left of the squad after this, right? Basically, Spider-Man holding it down. Because to his right, actually, both of them to his left. But, you know, just work with me here. To his right, he's got... Oh, and I didn't even mention, like, Doctor Strange's cloak and all of this. He's just hanging out. Right? But to his right, he's got Scott Lang's head in a jar, basically being supported by Doctor Strange's cloak. Right? And then to his left, he's got Chadwick Boseman. Not Chadwick Boseman, but he's got T'Challa piloting a plane one-legged. Like, he's one-legged Black Panther for this whole thing. And, all right, that's probably not going to slow him down because most likely Shuri and everybody is still alive. She just makes him a new leg. Like, probably. Like, you've seen what she done for Bucky's arm. He's fine. All right. Yeah, the cloak was killing it. Right, so the squad they're damaged, all right? And then let's get to the deepest part of this episode that I really didn't think a lot about until the second watch because it was early as hell in the morning and the visual was just cool as shit. They're flying back to Wakanda, right? They escape. They throw the afterburners on, slap Giant Hope in the face with them. They make it out of there, and it shows them headed back to Wakanda. Because they're going to put this plan in place to cure everybody with the Mind Stone, right? And then you hear the Watcher say, humans, they'll do everything they can, even in the worst of times, to save each other. And then he also utters out, even if it means the end of the universe as we know it. And then they clue into Thanos. And in my head this morning, I was thinking, it's like, oh, damn, they're just walking right back into trouble. Like, zombie Thanos is going to light their ass up. No, that wasn't the problem. They're in, like, a catch-22 situation in this, right? Because they go back to Wakanda, and they put out that energy that's basically going to cure everybody. It cures everybody. So they're going to cure Thanos, who's a zombie, while he's already holding the gauntlet in his hand with all but one stone in it. And then he's going to beat him and just snap away because they're depleted, right? That's what I'm saying. That was like, oh, shit. I didn't even think about that at the end of it. So that was pretty cool. But, yeah, man. That was the episode in a gist. Let's look at a couple things, shall we? So, if you weren't here and you missed it, you know what? I'm just going to throw this shit on again. I put out a preview video on Monday, and, like, you take a look at this worst part of my video. I had a bad week the week before. Here, you tell me what I did wrong. I think we're going to base this off of, not exactly, but somewhat off of Ultron vs. Zombies. And think about it, guys. It makes sense because we already know we're getting an Ultron episode. And I feel as if it's lining up in a way where we have more potential stories than episodes left at this point. 5 episodes left, including this one, and we still have to cover Ultron, Zombies, Sorcerer Spider-Man, Party Thor, Scott Lang's head, overpowered Wanda, it looks like anyway, Killmonger, saving Tony, Thanos-level Gamora, and an alternate Avenger team-up with most of these new heroes that we've seen so far. And don't forget, Chadwick Boseman is set to make several more appearances. I believe at least 3 in this series. Here we go. So that's like my high and low points of my preview video. All in that segment, right? I miss completely, and I talked about it already, the promotion, the way they're doing it for this show. It's unlike any of the other ones we've had out from Disney Plus. You generally got some kind of idea or preview from Disney, Marvel, even Star Wars before this episode's coming. You got some clue of what's going to happen. Like even the Bad Batch, I had a better idea of what was coming in the next episode. And just the nature of the show combined with the way they're promoting it, I get nothing each week. You know, I'm throwing out. I'm not a big guy getting spoilers, and I'm not spoiler man over here. I'm just winging it, trying to guess on what we got, right? And make some educated predictions. So I'm looking at the comics, thinking like maybe that's how they're gonna tie in Ultron, because we knew that we were getting Ultron already. So we got that one left. But let's talk about this a little bit more, because I did have a good point laced in there, right? Toot my own horn. And that was that we knocked out a lot of premises in this episode of what can be left in these shows. So that can actually help me be a little bit better at guessing them going forward, right? So, number one, that whole Sorcerer Spidey thing, that's out. He's done now. We just saw the cloak on him. We saw where that misconception came from, right? And then Scott Lang's head, we were wondering what the hell that was all about. Well, we found out, right? We got him in that episode. Dude wouldn't shut the fuck up. He just kept talking. Way over the top with him in that episode. Another negative. Honestly, wasn't even a good point to him being there until they leave Hope behind. He gets a little compassionate. That was cool. Not really, but Hawkeye is Hulk, right? Just the way that they drew Bruce Banner in this episode. A lot of those clips of him trying to change and not. They tricked us in the trailer. It actually, generally, people were thinking that was Hawkeye turned into Hulk. So there's another premise gone. Right? Mine of OP Wanda, because I caught that. There's a tiny, fraction of a second where they've been showing that clip of her rising up and looking like she's just using that chaos magic to create the multiverse, basically, in these trailers. Played over and over again as I'm digging through looking for content. Right? And then we got Vision offing himself, ripping that Mind Stone out of his head. We know why now. That's gone, right? And then also, this isn't completely wiping out a premise, but it limits some of the trailer footage we have, so we can get a little bit better guessing. We can kind of guess and check, right? Okoye shows up in a lot of that trailer too, so now we can kind of eliminate some things and see what's left. Basically, you comb through those trailers now. That first one, I know I've been saying this for 3 straight weeks, but the only thing left in there now is Killmonger saving Tony. It's the only thing left. I challenge you, find something else left in the trailer footage we have. You're not gonna find it. That's it. That has to be episode 6. Has to. And then think about this, right? So couple that with the fact that we have so we got episode 6, 7. Struggling to get my hand on the screen now. 8, 9, right? We got 4 episodes left. Yeah, there you go, Chaos. So Ultron, Killmonger, and the team assembling. And Party 4. There's your 4 episodes. So I was actually hoping that we would get 2 episodes at the end. Part 1 and part 2 of them assembling. And that's how we would get, because we get Boseman 2 more times. It's the last acting performances we're ever going to get from this voiceover work in this show. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do a part 1 and part 2. You could easily place Party Thor into one of those assembling episodes. You also, though, could also do it with Ultron. Maybe a part 1 and part 2. And then maybe we get that Ultron, that badass that we really wanted. Not the Joss Whedon bullshit that we got. Well, it wasn't totally bullshit, but
Yeah, I feel like picking out somebody. I may pick out Joss Whedon. I think Party. Oh yeah, we forgot about Gamora too. Yep. I think Party, Thor, and Gamora will be introduced in the assembly. It's gonna have to be. They're gonna have to mix it up, right? I just think there's a good possibility we get a part 1 and part 2 because Boseman having 2 more appearances. That's the only clue I got. Only solid one. Right. No, actually, you know what we can get him into, because if the next one is Killmonger, like I thought it would be, you get Chadwick in that, unless he's totally just erased from that universe. If it's like the one where he ends up being Star-Lord. So that's what we got left in the show. And then it's let's get the Hawkeye time. Finally get out of this animated summer, early fall we're looking at. Feels bad for the Star Wars folks, man. Yeah, man, but that's what we got going on. And the bottom line is, I'd be very, very, very surprised if we don't get a mid-season trailer coming up as well. We're definitely due for that. So keep an eye out on the feeds for that. What if Twitter? They're even putting a lot of stuff out on Facebook. I feel like Twitter is the quickest one you start seeing stuff out, though. Yeah. So this is kind of I don't think I got much more to talk about here, guys. We kind of covered all the bases, all the things I wanted to get into. Yeah, talked about that, and that. And yeah, man. That's all I really even want to cover tonight. I could do another breakdown video of this, but I just don't feel like people are. No, they probably are into it enough, but I feel like I'm doing it right here. You know, we're covering this live. I get a little preview out. I usually mess it up, so that's entertainment value right there. And then we come back and we review it live. You know, me and Chaos chilling in the stream. No, I'm just kidding. There's a couple more of you guys in here I've seen. So, just put out some thank yous to Vito, Felicity, Chaos. What's the odds that season 2 touches some of these stories? Well, probably not going to hit T'Challa Star-Lord. As fucked up as that is. But I think we have no idea what those are going to do until we see what's going on MCU-wise, you know? And also, I mean, we don't know. I'm not hearing a lot about like how these numbers are doing for What If. If it's how dedicated they are to it. I think that more than likely, if they want to go with season 2, they're going to do it. But I don't know. I don't see any reason not to yet, other than like social media numbers not being. It doesn't seem like this popping ever when you put a video out. And you got definitely some people that are just not feeling What If at all. They did. They greenlit Bad Batch, but that's Star Wars, man. That ain't Feige's universe. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, man. That was around 18 minutes. That last episode? Was it really? Got me curious. No. You crazy. Was it really that? It was definitely not that short. You got me looking right now. I mean, it was 33 minutes. Oh, 18 million views. Okay. You're talking about for Bad Batch? Okay. Yeah, I was like, what? 18 minutes? That's crazy. It looks like this episode, though, is actually like 28 minutes. Just if you're curious. Yeah. That's all we got today, ladies and gents. Anybody but Chaos got any questions? Talk some shit tonight? I'm probably gonna play some. It's mad early. Probably gonna play some 2K. All
don't even know if I want to do that. The new one's coming out on Friday. That's going to be fun. Ooh, I wanted to stay up Friday and play 2K too. I got drilled this weekend. Ain't that a bitch? That's why I just started shaving it off. You can see me clean trimmed if I get back on stream next week or so. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you, everybody coming out here. Chaos, thanks for rolling with me. And everybody, this has been your fourth wall break. No moment of memes today, but we got this.
It's over. Go home. Go.